الله أكبر الله أكبر.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the Islamic Center at New York University podcast, coming to you straight from the heart of New York City. We're building an amazing Muslim community here at ICNYU where everyone is welcomed and respected no matter where you're from or where you're at. This is the place to be. So open your ears and your heart and come along with us on another life-changing journey. Bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome everyone. I'm pleased again, alhamdulillah, to be with you. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Allahumma arina al-haqqa haqqan warzuqna ittiba'ah wa arina al-batila batilan warzuqna ijtinabah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli waj'al li waziran min ahli Haruna akhi ishdud bihi azri wa ashriku fi amri kay nusabbihaka kathira wa nadhkuraka kathira innaka kunta bina basira wa sallallahu ala Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa atba'ihi wa sallam. ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين آمين والحمد لله رب العالمين. We have been studying, this is the fourth section of our study on the road to God. It means how can we really communicate with our source of existence, whoever created us. So how can I really appreciate that he has given me my existence, my life, my human qualities, everything provided for me free. No one paid anything. I didn't pay. My parents didn't pay. No one. So freely and expecting what? As far as our understanding is concerned, nothing. Understand means if you do a job for me, so that you expect payment back. In these terms, nothing. But only, don't be grateful. Don't steal my gift to you. I gave you the gift. You took the gift and said, it is mine. It is a lie. It contradicts your nature. This is important. It contradicts your nature. To be ungrateful contradicts yourself. So, as a result, what you do, you pay for it. How? Because of your contradiction, because you will feel meaningless in this world, purposeless, no one owns me, and I am just happen to be like this, developed by myself, and unfortunately, whatever it means, because the fortune doesn't exist materially, unfortunately, I will die at the end. Whatever I have, I will leave it behind. Everything will be nothing at the end. It puts me in a hopeless, meaningless, horrible, and at the same time, very dreadful situation because I'm going to die, and then I'm proud of my wives, children, or in my age grandchildren. They are lovely, but I'm going to die and disappear. Accidentally came into existence, accidentally going. Even you see I'm sorry, but a cat, let's say a cat. I was going to say dog. No one wants to be a dog, but a cat. Do you think a cat going from this point to another point purposelessly? With no point, just wandering around. I don't think any creature, any being in the world is doing this, except human beings. What kind of human beings? Those who deny. Those who deny their creator. So the alternative is so horrible. Either you are produced You are created by a conscious being deliberately taking care of you and having you as a guest in this world. And the guest means you get everything ready. But one thing, be respectful to the owner of the house, the host. Be grateful, man, when he says, thank you, I loved the breakfast. That's it, nothing else. He's not going to pay you, ask you to pay something. Not that, accept it. So that you will say, okay, this person is taking care of my needs. And what will happen to me tomorrow? Look, he brought me here. He's doing all kind of things. So whatever happens to me, whatever will happen, he has been taking care of it. He will take care of it. Even he says, okay, Ali, come. Let's go out today from the house, out of house today. Would you go? You say, no, I like this house. No, I don't want to go. No. If he decides to take you out of the house for a purpose. Why? How do you know? Whatever he has done so far was done with purpose, wisely, perfectly arranged. That is why acknowledging the Creator or not is a great deal for a human being. Conscious Creator, not accident, not happening by itself. I don't think even a worm. I have a small backyard, so sometimes I go and take this undesired plants or something, to do something, and while I'm pulling them out, of course, inside the soil, a worm appears to be. Suddenly, it runs, goes onto something wet to protect his life. Who taught you this? Who educated you? Who arranged you in this way? Who trained you? Even the human beings, they need 20-something years, still they are dependent on their parents. But this creature, this pig, depended only on its creator. He has provided everything for it is using it freely. Now the problem is, how are we going to get in contact with the Creator so that I will say thank you? If I don't know which kind of being it is, I'm not expecting to get to know the Creator of the universe in a physical form, like a piece of the universe. Can you imagine? They're expecting the Creator to be like one of the piece of the things He made. We were having today with a wonderful friend. I said, can I expect the engineer or the designer of this table or this computer be a part of the computer? Illogical. It's the completely different being existing at a different level of existence. I don't know, and I don't have to know. It must exist, that's it. And how am I going to communicate with this Creator? By acknowledging it. Nothing else. Yeah? The religious concept for this is worship, or Buddha. So, worship means acknowledgement. We turn it into some sort of forms and then they reduce that. Worship means praying. It is just one fraction of worship. For example, we are communicating now. Do you understand what I say? No. The ability to understand. How? How it happened? Ability to understand is a result of your cells arranged it, but accidentally, not conscious agent, accidentally. You must be crazy. You must be making excuses not to accept that you are you are expected to be grateful to your Creator. That is why. It is so simple. Egotism, arrogance, nothing else. But as a result of arrogance, we take this attitude, rejecting attitude. So, be honest. That's it. I say believe in God means to be consistent within yourself. Not contradict your own qualities. That's it. Acknowledge. Yes, I am made. Yeah. The university is provided for me as a guest house. It's excellent guest house. And host is taking care of everything. Yeah. Do you arrange the sun, the moon, the atmosphere, the gravity, the earth, and plants and animals on it, and even yourself? What do? The most we can do is growing hair, cut it. We cut it. That's it. But you cannot cut as you want. You have to use scissor, obey the order. This is every discussion. Excuse me. Every discussion, we should bring this subject into our topic. Order. Obey the order, he said. It means obey the order of the host. If host says, if you want to eat something, I'm going to give, I don't know why it came to my mind, very horrible example. If you are hungry, if you want to eat something which is, I gave you this desire, don't go to the bathroom, go to kitchen. This doesn't he teach me this? In my creation, if I want to something, if even I am blind, let's say, searching for the kitchen, I found the door, opened it, it is bathroom. Oh, it is not kitchen. Run away from it. Automatically, I am already hardwired, programmed not to like this. It means host is arranging. Now, if we don't religion taken for granted, right? If we don't take religion for granted, belief for granted, saying that, for example, I'm a Muslim man. I believe in God. I believe in, I don't know, hereafter, prophethood. Well, why? Because I am a Muslim. That is the requirement of my religion. If I don't believe, I become a non-Muslim. And what non-Muslims, kafir, they say. What does it mean? Unbeliever. But why do you believe it? Because I am a Muslim. This road does not work. We have to admit this and say it clearly. This way does not work to communicate with your Creator. Now we have to shout, in fact, not only say it, shout. Because so far we have been being treated in this way. We Muslims believe in this. Why? Because the Quran says so. Why? Because we believe in Quran. Why? Because I am a Muslim. Look, circle, vicious circle, within itself. Why do you believe in the Quran? Because I am a Muslim. Why are you Muslim? Because I was born Muslim. And another person wasn't born Muslim. Here our friend, for example, wasn't born Muslim. Do you think he is unlucky? Who's luck? What is luck? Everybody is responsible. So we cannot take pride of our Muslim family background. He cannot be sorry for his non-Muslim background. We have to respect. Everybody is responsible for himself. Yeah. If you are hungry, man, if I eat, does it help you? You have to take care of yourself. Because your father believed, so what? Do you believe? That is the problem. So we started this and said, okay, let's now try to get to know how I can communicate with my Creator God. So how can I go on the right path, the right road, which takes me to communicate, to connect with my God. And here we studied this one. He is the one Creator, God. By the way, first when we start thinking, the word God is nothing but a name, like Martin. We have to understand this. We cannot hide ourselves behind the name. Martin, I believe in Martin. Who is it? He's Martin, man. But who is it? He's Martin. Ridiculous, isn't it? But if you know this person who's called Martin is an artist, for example, taking care of 2 kids, the father of 2, for example. What else they say? He's a kind man. Look, and then if I say, I was with Martin half an hour ago, suddenly, what comes to your mind? All the qualities. Artist, father, taking care of the responsibility of 2 kids, family responsibility, and a kind person. If you didn't have these qualities, what happens? Name Martin means nothing. We have to understand this. Again, Muslims, we have to watch out and understand this. We are mostly hiding behind undefined concepts. Do you agree? So, this text, the Qur'an, this verse, is going to help us how to define it. First it says, he is an ahad. It means he's nothing can be compared to it. What does it mean? You cannot liken it to anything that you can imagine. What does it mean? Well, it says absolute. Absolute, that is the word. Absolute, mutlaq. So, what does it mean? Again, what does it mean? What does it mean? What do you mean by absolute? Not countable, not likable to any other thing of the universe, because this God is the absolute being who is the source, originator of this universe. Why? Because I cannot explain the existence of the universe in another way. How the totality of the universe came into existence. Because it is continuously changing, it is limited, it is subject to the one who changes it. Can you stop yourself from aging? Can you stop the world, globe of Earth, from rotating? No? Can you stop gravity not to function? Stop gravity. I'm not going to be subjected to you. You are going to be. You cannot. You are obeying it, and whether you like it or not. So this is what we can say. This one is the creator of the whole world, universe, from the beginning to the end. When it's all whether I can reach the end or not doesn't matter. Whatever exists in this form needs a source of existence, and this source of existence says, by the way, my name is Martin, my name is God, or in Arabic, Allah, and I am the absolute one you cannot liken to me. I am going to let you know my qualities so that you can really communicate with me. So you will understand what is going on in your existence, So my translation is, say he is Allah, name, absolutely unique one. Why? He is the creator, cannot be a part of the work he is doing. Otherwise, he will be just then part of a created being again. I am looking for the creator of the whole universe. So if I am looking for the creator of the whole universe, I must look a being which is not of the kind of the universe. Now, this is what ahad. Still, it needs further explanation. Because, yeah, I understand such a being must exist. So I understand that. But, how can I approach him? How can I communicate with him? So, introduce me even more. Okay, so I will do that. There is another very, very hard word to understand. It's just, by the way, I am God and I am Samet. Samet means a lot of things, actually. So, first of all, did I write it? I haven't written it. Samet, first of all, means primary meaning is independent, not being dependent on anything. So therefore, here is the uncaused cause of all beings. It means nothing like this universe is. For example, I need my existence to be given to me. I need my eyes to be given to me. Everything I need, because I cannot create anything. I cannot give existence to anything. As I say, I can only cut. So my nails, by the way, I need to cut my nails. Sorry, but I didn't have time. So my nail is growing. I cannot grow them, but cut them. So it means we are just doing opposite of what God is doing. Well, it is giving the permission. I cannot cut my nails as I want, obey his order. Yep. So, uncaused cause of all beings, still not clear, but at this eternal, somehow helpful. Eternal means, nothing in the world is eternal, is it? Even the galaxies die, huh? That's what they say, experts say. Galaxies die. The universe, if something is eternal, it cannot be subject to change, because no one can change. I cannot change myself. Nothing can change itself. So somebody is operating on it. If I am eternal, my mind says, if you are eternal, no one should be able to operate on you. You will be the operator, eternal and absolute. So I like this example, simple, but I keep giving the same example because I have almost no knowledge of mathematics, so I give this. But I love two concepts in mathematics, actually three concepts. First, numbers. I love this number. It is very logical. So, 0 and infinite. Everything goes around 0 and infinite numbers. But numbers cannot touch 0. Numbers cannot touch infinite. Do you understand this? This relationship. All right. Now, you cannot describe 0 in terms of any number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. You cannot describe infinite in terms of any big number. Still, number is number. So this Samet means cannot be describable with any number. Right? Any number. If you say something exists, the universe exists. So there must be a one, an eternal one, who cannot be describable within the terms of this universe. But 0 is important because 0 means doesn't exist. Because we cannot experience anything which doesn't exist. We have to be rational beings, man. When it comes to your, I don't know, whatever you study, when it comes to your study, you are very rational. Huh? You listen to teacher and say, does it make sense? When it comes to religion, of course our religion tells that I accept it. I cannot digest this and stand as well. So I'm very, very impatient, this kind of attitude. You have to be much more alarmed while you are talking about what you believe in. Much more alarmed. Because your profession, how many years are you going to use your profession? Okay? Study 20, 25 years and become a doctor. For how many years? Another 30 years. You can work and get some money, nothing else. And then you retire and die. What happened? Balance is zero. Your whole work done. As far as this material value is concerned. Right? But believing in the Creator and becoming aware of your Creator and be conscious of it and therefore communicate with it, and you say, I'm going to die. Yeah, of course. That is what my Creator is arranged in this way. He has provided everything for me while I am brought. I didn't come. Did you come to this world because you preferred, okay, I want to be, I don't know, the birthday, let's say 2005, most probably around there, maybe 2006. This is the time to come to the world. I'm coming. No one is crazy to say this. So we all know that we are brought. Are you happy with your existence? Hey, baby, welcome. Why? What a lovely thing. But we didn't hear her crying. So we need her voice to feel her presence here, inshallah. Okay. What was this? So, are you happy that you are here? And it means in existence? Are you happy that you have eyes, although you cannot really see properly without your glasses, like me, like I pretend to see it, but I have my glasses in my bag. I cannot go out without my glasses. So that is it. But are you happy that you have eyes? Yeah. Are you happy that you have life? Are you happy that this universe is created for you and you are breathing the air and enjoying the sun, sometimes wind, sometimes clouds, sometimes rain, sometimes snow, sometimes storm, but beautiful life, isn't it? Everything is changing and exposing, it is different way of introducing their Creator to us. Look, my Creator is presenting to you. Look at this garden, for example, or the park. So how many different kinds of trees. Everyone is saying that, look, my Creator designed me in this way, the other way. Hey, how about my design? The different design. Introducing that our Creator is endlessly powerful to give design to everything. They are declaring it, announcing it. So we're very happy with communicating with them. I'm sure if this building was in, I don't know, in downtown Manhattan, and all the buildings without any garden will lose half of its value because of the garden there. Hi. Remember, come and sit here, man, next to your daughter. MashaAllah. Okay, with this garden, we love it. Why? I am encoded with this. I am programmed with this. I love it. So you see, we are happy. Okay, the same one. This is very important for our future and hope. The same one who gave you life here, who provided you this universe, the same one, this conscious being, not accident, conscious being, is going to take you. Can you not trust him? The one who brought you here provided everything for you. The universe is yours. And everybody said, universe is mine. Yeah? But you don't say, but there is another guy here, with the Marx is here. So now I lost half of my universe because Marx is here, taking the other half. No, Marx has the universe for himself alone. I have the universe for myself alone, the same universe, but arranged in such a way that everybody can say, universe is mine. I can communicate with the universe, and his communicating with the universe does not interrupt my communicating. So perfect. That is why I would understand that this universe, in order to explain it, I need an eternal, absolute one, not a number like, countable, one part of this universe like. This summit is introducing this concept to us and said Allah is summit. But we know that it needs further explanation. I must be really fully convinced with my heart. Okay, it goes down again. No, I am going to give you a simple example. The Creator is telling me, "Lem yelit ve lem yulet." What does it mean? Oh my God, man! You look at this horrible translation. He begets not, and neither is he begotten. What does it mean, man? I'm not expecting the Creator of the universe to give birth to a baby like your baby. Yeah. What does it mean? He is not like me. He created me with this quality. But which kind of language is it? It is really interesting. Let me go back to the beginning of the definition of the Quran. This is a horrible translation, by the way. Literal translations are always horrible translations, doing always unjust to the Quranic rhetoric, quality of rhetoric. Okay. Now, what is the name of your newly born baby? Ihsan. Ihsan. MashaAllah. May Allah protect him, inshallah. Him. Yeah? Him. Is a boy.
No, a girl.
Ihsan?
Yeah.
But I don't, in the culture I was grown, let's say, Ihsan is a boy's name. Yeah. So I knew she is, or the baby was a girl. When you say Ihsan, do you think I wrongly remember? But Ihsan, she is. Okay. Look, you were the father. Mother is there, mashallah. I'm very pleased, by the way, to come with his son. So you have nose, he has nose. Or she has nose. Yeah. You have ear, she has ear. But slightly different. But by the way, you can think, you can imagine, you can feel, you have feelings, you have consciousness. Each son will have them. But the baby now, but it is in potentiality, in her potentiality. She has this, she will develop it, right? It means your child is inheriting your characters, your abilities. Why? The way the universe is created by this Samet God, I'm using this eternal God, the Samet, or Ahad, absolute. The simple way of explaining it, literal way of explaining it. So, eternal God is going to give birth to another being with the same potentialities. Qur'an speaks to human beings, and human capacity only can comprehend within the conditions of this creation. But God is not to be described within the conditions of this creation. So it says, I am speaking to you within your capacity so that you will understand what I mean. I am not like Sulaiman. Abdullah. Sorry, I'm confusing myself. Okay. I am not like Abdullah and Abdullah's wife, and I am not going to give birth to a being who inherits my innate characteristics, qualities. So I don't liken me to a father. In your experience, as somebody may say, the Christians say that Jesus is the Son of God. No, none of the Christians say that God gave birth to Jesus. There is no such idiot people in the world. So we should not reduce them. But using this analogy here, saying that God cannot, or God not cannot, is not expected, not to be imagined a God who is creating another God. What do you mean? An absolute, an infinite, in mathematical terms again, is giving birth to another infinite. Two infinites cannot exist at the same time. Ask any mathematicians. There must only one exist. Yeah? This is called, in mathematical terms, absolute infinite. The others are human disability. They cannot count it. That's why they say it goes into infinity. But this is just an, human mind, rationality, capacity. But existence of the numbers necessitates the concept of infinite. This is what I mean, absolute infinite. So Lem Yalid means infinite cannot create another infinite. What do you mean cannot create? It is illogical to think in this way. Nothing to do with the ability of the creator. It is illogical. This verse says Lem Yalid, he begets not, he gives, begets means really gives birth to something else. It means it is illogical to think that the absolute being is giving birth or resulting in another absolute. And then this is another absolute. Logically thinking now, definitely, another absolute given existence by something else, it means it is not absolute. Because it needs somebody else, something else, to give existence to it. Do you follow my logic? So really what the Qur'anic teaching in fact makes completely logically consistent. If only stop reading the Qur'an literally. So I know, and it is understandable, you may say, look, I'm reading the Qur'an from English translation. Yeah? I appreciate this. You are interested in it. But you should know that literal translation never makes justice to this speech of the Creator. So, but what you are getting now, a general description of what the Qur'an is saying. So don't dare to do that. I read the Qur'an. Qur'an says this. Stop speaking nonsense. That is your understanding from the translation, which is just gives a shadow of the concept of the Qur'an. But even the shadow means something for you. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't read it. But what I am saying, don't claim any authority to talk on behalf of the Quran. Even let alone myself, a scholar, let's say, has been studying the Quran for 60 years. In his life, it is now 75, he started really seriously engaging with the Quran at the age of 15. Now it is 65. It has been half a century. He has concentrated on the Quran. Nowadays it is hard to find some people, but earlier on the life was simple. They were not really busy with paying rents and arranging all the furniture of the house, or just they were living in a very simple life. And the farming, animals are giving birth to another animal. So they didn't bother about life at all. They really spared their life to study Quran. Read their commentaries on the Quran. How many volumes? 36 volumes. What do they say? Wallahu a'lam. This means this. What does it mean? We have to know our limits, man. I have nothing to do with medical studies. If someone says, I feel a pain here, I say, maybe this. Stop speculations. Don't be ridiculous. I don't know. Say it, I don't know. So, Wallahu a'lam, God knows better. I don't know, but I am guessing it may be this meaning. It may come to this meaning, but somebody else, something else. It also makes sense, but really I am more favorable to this one, but not guaranteed. After 60, 50 years of studying the Quran, this man speaks in this way. After reading 6 pages from the Quran, we start giving fatwa. This is the age, unfortunately. So, all right. He begets not, it means, lam yalid means he didn't give birth, cannot be imagined in this way that the creator of the universe, an absolute being, will give existence to another absolute being, and the another absolute being, infinite must be, absolute must be equal. So if it is equal, why did you wait until this guy decided to give you existence then? Do you see what I mean? First absolute one. You are dependent. Illogical. So we have to be comfortable. Let's come to the next piece. Because lam yalid wa lam yulad is very, very cheaply treated by modern contemporary scholars. God doesn't beget, neither is he begotten. The Christians are. What are you doing, man, by comparing religions and saying that we are superior? If you are really a man, challenge the atheistic ideologies. Well, it is easy to criticize Christians because they couldn't come to a conclusion yet. It is obvious that they are in a mess themselves. Some of them say this, others say no. There are statistics I read in a statistics long ago. In America, there are 3,000 fractions of Christian church. Did you know that? If you see a missionary, they say, by the way, you are a Muslim. What do you think about Shiites and Sunnites? I say, excuse me, what do you think about 3,000 fractions of the interpretations of Trinity? Nothing, I say. Nothing different from Shiites and Sunnites, but it's just a historical, political conflict, and essentially we believe in God. They read the same Quran. They worship worship the same God, and they pray to God. I pray to God. They prostrate. I do prostrate. They make bowing or ruku'. I do also bowing to the same God. I say Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. They say Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. But what do you think Democrats and Republicans? Look, they are political views, man. They say, as far as I see, we have to support this class. The other one say, no, we have to support the rich one or the poor one. That's the problem. Otherwise, they are both American citizens. If there is a war condition, what do Democrats and the Republicans do? Huh? Hope, united meeting. United meeting. You see? Why do we keep comparing religions with each other? It is nonsense. So we have to say, look, Lam Yalid wa Lam Yulad, God has inherited, bequeathed another thing which has got qualities. It is impossible. Because the Qur'an is speaking in our terms, giving examples as we experience in this world. So we have to apply it to infinite being. Now, William Hewlett, he has not been born. What's this? Why did I get this? I think to attack these translations. Neither is he begotten. Have you seen anybody speaking in New York? Neither is he begotten. Neither is he begotten. You say it better than William Hewlett. So it may be more understandable than this language nowadays. So anyways, I think I wanted to attack this little understanding of the Quran. That's why I took it there, most probably. So he has not been inherited anything from another being. Otherwise it would be dependent. If something is dependent, cannot be absolute. If something is not absolute, cannot be taking care of this universe from everything in it, continuously changing, and everything is taken care of carefully, perfectly, within the order of his choice, his will with this universe. He wanted to be a universe working, functioning perfectly, but continuously changing, not contradicting. But not only one thing. If you keep changing, you may it's one thing, you may confuse. For example, while you are driving one car, not two cars at the same time, but still you get into accidents. Just one thing you cannot manage. So compare yourself as a created being, turn it other way around, not just opposite. Everything is taken care of by him, and he doesn't need anyone. It means he is not in need of, he cannot be, the creator of the universe cannot be, needs to be given existence by something else. Dependent. Dependent means what? Limited. Dependent means what? Temporary. By definition, I'm talking all logical definitions. I'm not referring to any verse. No, if we say this, we will be rejecting this verse. Hasha, we will become a kafir, or no. I'm not. I hate this language, by the way. So you understand now, defining what summit is. This very strange word, summit. Even in Arabic, it is used only once in the Quran here. So if the Quran didn't introduce summit, I don't think none of the Arabs will be using this word. So summit. Summit means lam yalid wa lam yulad. This is what I mean. Now we say, no, I understand. Now I must think of it as an absolute being I cannot imagine. Yeah? And say that by definition, we have to understand. By definition, God must be absolute. Otherwise, I cannot attribute the existence of this such a wonderful universe to him. Contradicts. So there must be. I cannot say, by the way, which is another subject, but okay, excuse me, old man. I need to do that. It's exercising, you know. I'm exercising my throat, man. So, I cannot be what? That I said. Last thing I said.
Oh, so we're talking about how God, by definition,
I see. I cannot use this word. Look, be careful. Don't frown at me, yeah? Don't frown at me. God is absolute. No, I cannot say this. What shall I say then? The creator of the universe, God, who is called God, must be absolute. Why? What is the difference? God is absolute. I know it. But the speech of God says, I am absolute. Or introducing himself to me, look, you cannot imagine me, I am such a being. He is absolute. But the creator can say this. I cannot. But what I can say only, is this sentence correct? And I can confirm it. And he says, okay, the Quran is full of reference to the creation. Look at my work. You can know me only through my work, not person-wise. Okay, look at my work. You will understand that I am absolute. I am ahad. I am ahad. Sort of Samad. You can understand this. So I say, well, let me examine the word. Yeah? Look, I don't take it for granted. We are waiting for the technicians, Ian. Don't worry. Okay.
So we're in intermission right now. We're having a short break because the recording has stopped.
Seems like we're on a break now.
Yes, we are. Okay, everything is fine. We are going back to why I cannot say God is absolute, Creator is absolute. But I have to say the Creator of the universe must be absolute. Creator is absolute is knowledge. Creator must be an absolute is my conclusion, belief. This is called belief. I believe definitely this computer has an engineer, a conscious being, knowledgeable being. I can know this engineer by examining the qualities of the computer, work. And I can say, this man is really intelligent. This man knows me, that I'm going to use it. This man knows my need. Accordingly, he arranged it. Look, I'm describing. So I say, this man, the computer must have an engineer, and this engineer must have these qualities. What am I doing? I am qualifying the Creator. Through?
His attributes.
Sorry?
His attributes.
But attributes where? Where did you find the attributes?
He's telling you.
Sorry?
He's telling you his attributes in the Quran.
My ears are. Did you hear?
Yeah, she's saying that through the attributes in the Quran is what she said.
No. In the creation, qualities of the work tells me. Don't you say that this tree needs to be given life? So I say the one who creates the tree must be the source of life. Must be. When you read the Quran or his word said, I am Samad or I am Hayy, a life giver. You say, yeah, I have noticed in the creation as well. Your quality of life giving is absolutely, it's obvious here. I can see it. I confirm your word. This is belief in revelation, in the book. Otherwise, we believe in the book. Why? Nothing. Because I am a Muslim. It doesn't make sense. So, belief is not knowledge. Belief is conclusion, logical conclusion, confirmation of your conclusion. That is why belief is not ilm. I cannot say I know God. Where did you see him? but you conclude that this universe must have a creator, and this is called God. That is why I believe in God. So let me give a simple example. Nothing with me now. Give me something. Give me something. Anything. Keys. Good? Okay, I'm not going to give the keys to you. The next time I will open every door I want. So, okay. Here is the key. Here is the key. I put my key in my pocket, right? Here it is. Do you ask me?
Can I have my keys?
No. Do you have keys?
No.
Say? Ask me.
Oh, do you have the keys?
Yes, I have. I know it is here.
How do you know?
No. That's it. No, knowledge. I know it is here.
Yeah.
So we don't know God like this. But the key was here, and I don't know what happened. And I went home. By the way, I shouldn't forget. I went home. Key is not there. And I call police, and say, look, key was in my pocket, and it is very precious, and I was on the subway, and it disappeared. It disappeared. The police say, so, do you know he? No, I don't know. I don't know who took it. But there must be somebody who took it. Are you sure? Yes, it was here. And there must be someone who has stolen it. Be careful with the language. I know Jones has stolen it, and I wouldn't let him go anyways. So somebody raised, yeah?
So I was going to say, so we see the computer at the store, for example.
Uh-huh.
There's no engineer at the store, but we know every model of computer had an engineer.
Yes.
We just, and we don't doubt it.
We don't know.
But
We
then
believe.
But then when we look at the tree,
Yeah.
and we see all the different kinds of trees,
Yeah.
for some reason we don't make the same connection.
Yeah.
There was an engineer for the tree.
Yeah, there must be then.
I mean, there must be.
So there must be. So this one thing. Another thing is, lem yelit ve lem yulat, the connection, our beloved friend asked there, what is the connection between them? Neither, let's say, let's put with normal language, the creator of the universe should not be in need of anything else to be the source of his qualities. The first part. Right? And this is logical. If it was, he would be dependent and needy. Dependent and needy thing cannot be infinite, absolute. By definition, logical definition, number one. Number two, that he has not inherited his qualities. He cannot be inherited his qualities from something else, because if he had needed to be inherited from something else, to inherit some qualities from something else, he cannot be absolute. But looking at the universe, the way it is existing, demonstrates obviously that it must have a infinite source to exist. Nothing to do with the part of this universe. So if something is nothing to do with the part of the universe, it means if something is not a number, it must be infinite. So these are all logical, consistent, reasoning conclusions. So the relationship is neither he is in need of, neither I can expect anything else to have the same qualities created by this creator. It is the creator is creating the creator. There's some stupid people ask this question. Even the philosophers, I know one of them. So says, can God create another God? No, sir. Can infinite create another infinite. Mathematically doesn't make sense. Infinite plus infinite equals one infinite. Infinite plus 1 billion infinite equals one infinite. Infinite is infinite. You cannot add, you cannot subtract from anything. That is infinite. Infinite minus 1 trillion equals infinite. Infinite plus 1 trillion equals infinite. It means لم يلد ولم يولد. Somebody was doing something here.
So if God creates another God,
No, it is impossible.
but if
Illogical.
He does, then that still remains a creation.
Sorry?
That still remains a creation.
Is it creation? It
Yeah,
dependent.
it would, even if He did create a God, that attribute would not
No,
be assigned to.
cannot be
Yeah,
God.
assigned.
By definition, cannot
Not
be
be.
the absolute
Yeah.
being. Logical inconsistency. So we understand God says, I am infinite, ahad. But I can say the creator of the universe must be infinite. Must be. Now, belief is not iman. Belief is different from iman. So, if I don't know presently know who the maker of this
A podium.
podium, who is the maker of I don't know. I don't have to know. But when I look at the podium, definitely this podium must have a designer. But must have. Do you know him? No, I don't know. Look at the language. Be careful. We keep using that. God is this. God is this. Wrong. Inconsistent logically. But why do we do this? We imitate the language of the Quran as if, God forbid, we speak like God. We have to be very careful. Watch out, man. What does it mean? Know and become aware that, not criticize people. It's not a matter of only language. It is awareness. Know that we have to come to a conclusion about the Creator as a result of some sort of logical, rational activities and supported by emotional confirmations, so that I will comfortably conclude there must be. Don't speak is. So that will be belief. So Qur'an says this. For example, after reading this, come from the very beginning. Now, Qul huwallahu ahad. We studied, all right? Remember this. Allahu samad. Studied. Remember this. Lam yalid wa lam yulad. Studied. Remember this. Conclusion: these sayings, these phrases must be describing God perfectly. Belief. This is called Iman bil Kitab. Otherwise, taqlid. What is that? Taqlid? Imitation. Following your culture without knowing what you are doing. And this is not safe. That is not safe. So, inshallah, next week, we will continue this. Now, what does it mean? What is it doing here? And then go into another series of description of God in the Quran. Beautiful, very satisfaction. If my heart, my mind are not satisfied, I will never say one sentence. Don't worry about it. That is my principle. So, next week, this one. Please, I know. Come on, God is nothing good. Let's see. Next week. It is too late. Inshallah, I'm sorry I just exploited your patience and also our friends, mashallah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Your name was Sulaiman. Yeah? It's your name.
Solomon? Yes.
Yes, Sulaiman. I confused you with this Abdullah Hasni. So it doesn't matter. We are brothers.
We're the same height.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. So, Ahsan.
Yes.
Ihsan. Welcome. Inshallah, you will grow in this atmosphere. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. Wa akhiru da'wahum an alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. بحرمة سر سورة الفاتحة يا رب. Alhamdulillah.
We hope you enjoyed our podcast. If you're inspired by the work that we're doing at the IC and want to help keep it going, subscribe to our podcasts, follow us on social media, donate to help support us at icnyu.org, and most importantly, keep us in your continued du'as. Until next time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.